From the book of Mysteries by Jonathan Cahn, Day 59, The Exodus Factor. We were walking through the vast desert plain spotted with the small plants and shrubs and surrounded by mountains in every direction, far into the distance. I told you of the Ivram, said the teacher. The Hebrews, I replied. Yes. Do you remember what the Ivram means? What Hebrew means in Hebrew? Those who cross over. Yes, and what did the Hebrews cross over to get to the Promised Land? The Red Sea and the Jordan. They crossed the Jordan River to enter into the land of Israel. But first they had to cross the Red Sea to get out of the land of Egypt. So before they could enter into the new land, they had to leave the old land. As important as is the act of entering is the act of exiting. So you have an entire book of the Bible named after it, the book of Exodus, which means the leaving or the exiting. Exiting is as holy as entering. You can't have one without the other. You can't enter unless you leave. It's a physical law of existence. A simple law, but profound one. Abraham is the first Hebrew, the first of the Ivram. And what was the first thing he had to do? Leave? Yes. The first call of Abraham was, get out of your country and the land to the land I will show you. The first command was, get out. The rest, all the blessings, all the promises of the promised land, all the future, all rest on the words, get out. You see, getting out is a holy act. Messiah called his disciples to come with him. But in order to do that, they had to first leave, drop their nets, get out of their boats, and leave their old way of life. If they didn't leave, they couldn't come. God calls us to come, to move, to follow, to pilgrim, and to enter into the blessings. But we can't know any of these things without first being willing to leave. There are many who long for change in their lives, for something better, something new, but few are willing to leave. But the law is not only for the physical realm, but the spiritual. If you want to get to the place where you ain't, you must first leave the place where you are. Leave the old and you will enter into the new. Cross the Red Sea out of your Egypt, and you will also cross the Jordan River into your promised land. The mission. Where do you need to go? What promised land has God called you to enter? What must you leave first? Begin your exodus today. Scripture references Genesis 12:1-3, Exodus 12:51, 2 Corinthians 5:17, Ephesians 4:22-24.